Hello and welcome to another recording to my channel. This will be a continuation of the 2025 Temporal Recruit. I have just changed my ship. I'll try to get out of here. As my last ship had maxed out its mastery, I swapped it out for the next Temporal ship in that range. This is the engineering variant of the Temporal cruisers. I like this. I think I probably prefer this design over the others as well. Might not have the turn rate of the other ship, but it will. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay, so let's continue on with the next lot of episodes. Okay, now this one, I'm pretty sure, is a set of mini missions within the planet, and those mini missions have many different parts to it, so we may actually break this up into several different videos.
The Vadwar are invading the Kobali homeworld, and I'm not inclined to let them succeed. Go to Kobali Prime and do what you can to stop the invasion.
Meet and greet.
There's something interesting I'd like you to...
Okay. Why is it not highlighted? Kobali Prime. Okay, something's going on here. Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah, as you pass certain star systems, there are patrols you can do. You can repeat them over and over again. I don't know if there's a cooldown on them, so again, I'm not one to mess with patrols. I try to just max out the new captains I make. This captain actually is more maxed out than some of my older ones because I'm doing a video on them, and it's pretty much all I'm doing at the moment. Okay, again, so the Kobali missions are a bunch of interconnecting episodes that tell a story arc throughout the entire planet. Within itself, it should actually be a separate story arc within the options here. Yeah, so between Delta Quadrant and Iconium War, there should be a Kobali story arc because it's mixed within the Vadwar. Even though it is part of the Vadwar, it is a separate thing altogether. Okay, Kobali Prime. Beam to Kobali Prime.
Hello, I'm Captain Harry Kim, Starfleet's military liaison to Kobali Prime. The Vadwar have been assaulting the Kobali homeworld for months now. The Kobali are near a breaking point. They're not trained for war, not like the Vadwar. The Alliance is here to stop the Vadwar and help the Kobali reclaim their home. You and several others will be leading our forces here. I'll be doing some investigations to help support the effort. Good luck.
Okay, so Harry Kim is one of the officers from the Voyager show, and that's why with this Delta Quadrant expansion of the episodes, they have brought in a lot of the old cast to do voice acting for their characters. Okay, contact Kobali Defense General. I cannot tell you how good it is to have you here, Admiral. Our people have been bombarded by the Vardar for months. We cannot take much more of this. Before you go out in the field, I would ask your help within the city. Morale is at an all-time low, and our people could use a boost. Now, as you can see, Kobali Act 1, and within each act there's about 3 or 4 mini-missions, and then there's 3 acts altogether. Okay, so there's 4 parts in this episode. And the first part is to...
We've been fighting this war for nearly a year now, and it's taking a toll on our troops. We are a peaceful people. This is the first time my soldiers have been exposed to death and destruction on this scale. They're demoralized and depressed. I'm concerned about the long-term effects on their mental health. You have more experience than we do in battle. It would help if you could speak to our soldiers and share your insights. Please stop by the med bay. Some of the wounded there have asked to meet you.
Again, you can see it's Delta marks because this is a Delta Quadrant or reputation aspect. Okay, and again, just got to follow the green circles. Bloody weapon away.
You're part of the reinforcements that everyone was talking about. Please, you have to stop the Vaadwaur. We can't lose our home. Not after it took us so long to find it.
I promise you I'll do everything I can to help.
Fifth time I've been in the med bay. Don't think I can go out again after this. Could you take over for me? Everyone here is so scared of the Vaadwaur. Someone has to be strong.
I will make the stand against the Vaadwaur.
My brother, my sister, they're both dead. I couldn't help them. You have to avenge them. Make their deaths worth something. Do what I could not.
The Vaadwaur will pay for everything they have done to you.
Thank you. It may not seem like much, but you've given those soldiers hope. We have several officers who were recently promoted, who might need some additional training, as well as several tasks that could use your presence. Would you mind taking one of them along to let him shadow you? There is so much we could learn from an experienced Starfleet officer.
Of course, your officer can shadow me. What tasks need to be done?
Our engineers have been trying to repair various devices that have been damaged in battle, but they are not experienced in these kinds of repairs. I've heard you're an expert engineer. Could you instruct our engineers on what they're doing wrong?
Okay, so I'm an engineer captain, so I can only assume that if you're a scientist, it might say you're an expert scientist, could you help the scientist? But again, it's been a while since I've played these episodes. I'll go find one of your Tychons, then help your engineers with repairs. Nope, wrong one. Up behind this corner. Greeting, Admiral. One of our recently promoted officers ready to shadow you. He's eager to see you in action and learn what you can. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Reporting for duty, sir. It is a pleasure to watch you in action, sir.
Okay, so a Tychon is a captain level. What are we to do? We are to speak to Sergeant, meet a captain, instruct Kobali engineers. Okay, within that red circle, I can only assume. Oh, and a blue circle, perhaps. That is not an engineer. Oh, triage wounded soldiers. Okay. I'm assuming at some point it'll ask us to do specific things. Oh, wait a minute. Once we stay... Ah, okay. My bad. The patient was hit with several polaron blasts. It appears that he was trying to retreat from danger when he was injured. Sent to energy weapon board. Sent to burn drum. Sent to chemical. I think either one of those should be acceptable. Several of the patient's ribs are broken. Most of but 4 sent to energy weapon blunt trauma. The patient suffered from severe fall. His right perntilia is broken. It takes a while for that to not line up. The patient's shoulder is dislocated and your tricorder is picking up damage to the surrounding nerves. It must be reset or permanently damage would occur. This patient has scorch marks on their lower torso. Burns appear. Sent burns. Appear. Okay. Oh, you have to go around and... Several of the patient's ribs are broken, most likely from a blunt. I'm going to send them to an energy weapon and see what happens. Nothing changes. Okay, I'm not even sure if I'm doing anything correctly now. Come on. There we go. The patient is extremely dizzy and sensitive to light. He may have been too close to an energy explosion and his wounds are not critical. Yes, no, that was wrong, I'm thinking. I'd assume a blunt force trauma would have knocked him out, made him a bit dizzy. There's no chemical burns or energy weapon damage. The patient has third-degree energy burns on the right leg. Fibers from the patient's uniform are contaminating the wound. Energy burns. Okay, that was correct. I only went up a tiny bit. Okay, we've got to do this for 10 minutes. When you're ready. The patient has severe fractures and a dentary and arterially mandible bones. Severe fractures. That'd be blunt force trauma. Yep, okay. This is just going to be annoyingly repetitive. The patient suffered a severe fall. His right cranial is broken. No chemicals, so it's got to be a blunt force trauma. Okay, I don't think that thing was going up correctly. Well, it's going up so slowly it didn't make a noticeable difference. Several of the patient's ribs are broken, most likely from blunt force trauma. Okay, blunt force trauma. Okay. So a lot of it seems to be blunt force. Again, it's very tedious. The patient was hit with several polaron blasts. Energy weapon. Okay. Patients having difficulty thinking clearly, and their hair has been blurred vision, dizziness and sensitive to light, most likely diagnosed severe concussion. Blunt force trauma to the head. Yeah, okay. The The top 2 layers of burns of the patient's upper body have been burned off by an energy weapon. Okay, come on. The patient have clearly had blurred vision, dizziness, and most likely diagnosed as severe head trauma. Hopefully 2 or 3 more and I'll be done with this. It's taking forever to load. The patient has spinal fracture of the femur, blunt force trauma. And 2 more. Hopefully that will be it. Come on. The patient was hit with cerebral and it appears that the blah 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 damage from energy weapon damage. 1 more. Again, if I could speak proper, I'd read through the entire thing. The patient has multiple sores and lesions on the chemical burns. As you can see, you get a Delta Quadrant marks, a bit of experience, a bit of ore. Speak to the sergeant, you need a captain instruction for Kobali engineers. But that was not what I was supposed to be doing? What that? Why was that highlighted then? I was thinking, why would I be doing medical stuff? Like, again, there are multi-mini missions in here. Why the hell that was even highlighted when I didn't have to do it? Well, that was a waste of 10 minutes.
I have to admit, I am a bit perplexed. How are you able to fix our own technology when we can't?
I've seen this problem in many other places. Different technologies, same basic solution.
I see. Maybe I need to stop thinking of our technology as vastly different and begin studying the basics of how non-Kobali technology works. Sorry, just thinking out loud.
It's fine, let's look for more engineers to help. Okay, why would they need to look at non-Kobali technology? This is their technology. Okay, now the cavalry. Okay, the cavalry.
This is Captain Kim. I found some information for you.
So the thing that's making this drag out is my stupidity in doing the wrong maps, but also having to wait for the things to load up. Someone else is on this map. You can see they've got a hoarder walking around.
Permission to speak freely.
Granted, what is it, Captain?
Something isn't right here. I've done some investigating, and I don't think the Kobali are being entirely truthful with us.
What have you found?
Not so much found, as observed. The Vaadwaur clearly have superior firepower, tactics, and training, right? So why haven't they already wiped the Kobali out? They haven't hesitated to do so on other worlds. Sure, the Kobali have a shield around the capital, but they've been fighting the Vaadwaur for months now, and they're consistently losing troops and territory. I don't understand how the Vaadwaur haven't already taken the capital and finished this.
Unless the Vaadwaur's goal is not to take the city.
Exactly. There has to be some other objective for the Vaadwaur here, and we need to find out what it is. We have to help the Kobali, and we can't do it if we're blinded.
I want you to continue investigating this while I help with the war efforts.
Understood. I won't let you down.
Excellent. I'll return to the general and see what else is needed.
We can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world.
We appreciate all the help you have given us, Admiral.
We can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our... Thank you for your assistance. Your presence here means we're not fighting alone anymore. That's more important than you know. My son is in the trenches now, and he could use your... Wait, what's that?
What is it?
The Vadwar are at the gates. You have to help us!
Repel Vadwar attacking the gates. So this is like a wall you can enter through that side or this side. Just like on New Romulus, you've got to go to each transporter pad to activate them so you can travel back and forth through the zones. I'm using this weapon to get the Endeavor maxed out. Okay, cover 3 of the wounded. Incoming Vadwar. Make a stand against the Vadwar. Oh, a lot of them. Okay, cavalry. Look for more Vadwar attacking. I'd say there's a couple of them attacking. Okay, they're moving back.
Kim here. Something definitely isn't right. The General is waiting for you. I'll keep trying to figure this out.
Come on. Oh, sweet. You have to walk all the way back. That was too close, Admiral. If you hadn't been there, been here, the stand against the Vadwar will give our people the motivation they need to keep fighting, and we'll have so much more to do. If the Vadwar have made it this far, then I fear for my son in the trenches.
My son Jitanian is commanding our forces outside the city. The Vadwar should never have reached us without so much as a warning from him. Something must have happened. Here is his position in the field. Take the nearby transporter and make your way to his command post. He may need assistance.
Okay, and again, we're still in Act 1 of the 3 acts. Hopefully this is the 3rd act, so I don't have to do too much more. The transporter pad is offline, so according to my scans, it was disabled very recently. It seems there is a problem in the trenches. It looks like we're taking the long way to see Commander Jitantrin. It appears so. We'd better start walking to the outskirts. I'm going to start running. Walking takes too long. And again, this bridge is constantly attacked, so you may have to defend it randomly as you try to cross it. Where's the transport pad? Okay, there's not one here. Okay.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Anton, I have your general's son.
I am, although I understand your confusion. Kobali reproduce by reanimating corpses and then integrating them into our society. We're assigned to existing family groups who teach and care for us. My first life was a long one. I don't remember it, however. I am Kobali, and my father is a source of inspiration and wisdom for me.
Wait, what?
My people do not reproduce in what you would consider a normal fashion. Instead, we use a genetic virus to alter the DNA of corpses from other species, reanimating them and transforming them into Kobali. We call this process rebirth. The process takes several months. Afterward, a new Kobali is assigned to a family group who will help him or her adjust to our culture and learn our language. All memories of the Kinstaya or past life are left behind. It can be difficult to accept this new life, and my father was of great help to me during this time. Some Kobali cannot accept the change and flee to search for their former lives. In these cases, it's our duty to find these lost souls and help them return.
Why do you reproduce this way?
This is not something we normally discuss with outsiders. Suffice it to say, our ancestors experimented with forces they did not understand, and we were irrevocably changed by their folly. Faced with our own extinction, we found a way to survive. Now rebirth is the greatest gift we can give to the dead. Who wouldn't want a second chance at life?
I see. The general said you need the help.
Yes, we have two problems. Our transporters in our forward base have stopped working, and troop morale is low after the last attack. Could you give us a hand by getting more soldiers back into the fight? I'm still looking into the issue with the transporters.
See what I can do for your soldiers. So anyone in the green circle has to be spoken to. We're normally huddled in the corner somewhere. Like there's one right in front of us, one behind us as well. So that is the corner of my eye. Oh, only 4 need to be talked to, sweet. Five right there. Try to avoid getting to combat because that just slows us down. One Kobali that are quite looks like this one over here. And this one over here.
Thank you. The soldiers have been beaten down so much I can barely keep them going, but they seem bolstered by the outside help. We still have no idea what's disrupting our transporters. Maybe you can find something on the Vaudoir or from any of their crates in that area.
I'll figure out how to get the transporter working. Okay, so we've got to find crates that are kind of half buried. Some are just out in the open, but we've got to find crates that have information. Again, it can be just about anywhere within the green circle. And they have that glow to them, like that one right there. Okay, we need to find 5 of those. A little harder to see them, they don't stand out as well as the people crouched down. Again, we've got to try to avoid contact with the Vaudoir so we don't get slowed down by the fight. Oh, that's another mission. That's got nothing to do with this. We don't want to start another mission. I want to try to get this sorted as quickly as possible. Is that the same one? No, that's crazy. One of my soldiers is down. And you gotta find a green glow somewhere. To run through the Vaudoir area. frustrating. There's my crew officer. According to the what the hell did I... Okay, the reviving officer gives you information. According to this information, the Barbara placed transporter inhibitors in the area to block the Kobali advance your orders. Send the data, we need to disable those inhibitors. Sending, 1 moment, sir. Done. The engineering team has found a wavelength our tricorders can emit to disable the inhibitors. We need to get close enough to trigger them. Good work, let's get the details. Okay, taking damage will stop the process from memory. So we've got to try to get this done. This is why you use your bridge officers as cannon fodder. Ah, dang it. Get some good ones. Okay, one more. Okay, will they communicate with us or do we have to go back? Oh. Over here. Run, why to run? Where the hell am I? Okay, he's over here, so why is the arrow pointing over there? Oh, activate the transporter. Okay.
Captain Kim here. I need to speak to you as soon as you return to the city.
So you can bypass the fighting, but it does slow you down. When you get hit, you can't run, you can only walk. Hopefully that was Act 3.
I've been noticing something strange. When I first met the Kobali, they didn't seem to be a particularly religious people. Lindsay, Jedliah I mean, certainly didn't say anything about it. However, now, almost every Kobali I've met follows one creed, and there's a temple located just beyond the trenches. I've tried to find out more about their practices, but they keep telling me it's forbidden to share them with outsiders.
Lindsay was a Voyager crew member that died. She was found by the Kobali and turned into Jedliah. The human brain chemistry doesn't allow for the transfer to be completely completed, and she kept all her memories. Do you think that this is a religious war?
Maybe, but I don't remember the Vaadwaur having a particular belief system either. This may not be much, but I'll continue my investigations. Maybe this one is a dead end.
Keep at it, Captain Kim. I'm counting on your information. Return to General. The Vaadwaur shut down the transporters. They're devious, aren't they? With the transport operational, we can easily send supplies to our forward base. That will help. I'll let you know when we could use your aid again. But I'm sorry, I cannot answer any questions about our religion. Privacy is the essential part of our practice, and the temple is a sacred place only Kobali are permitted to enter.
I'm sorry, but could you return later? I believe you need a break. You've already done so much for us. We couldn't possibly ask you for more. Thank you again.
Speak to Kim. Again, we're still in Act 1.
I've discovered a few interesting things that can help us with the Kobali. Do you have anything on your end?
Only that the General is acting odd. What do you have?
I've been thinking. Our only way to find out what the Kobali are hiding is through the Vaadwaur. We need to find out where they're focusing their attacks, and then why. That may be able to shed some light on the situation.
Do you know how the Vaadwaur communicate with one another in the field?
Yes. My crew was looking into why our signal jammers weren't working, and we found that the Vaadwaur have comm beacons in all of their camps that act as a miniature subspace array. They can't be jammed because they're shielded, and they provide all the Vaadwaur need for controlled, secure communications. Ingenious, really. I wonder if the Starfleet Corps of Engineers could whip up something like that for us. If B'Elanna were here, I'm sure she could. Anyway, if we could place a trace on one of the Vaadwaur beacons...
Would have access to all their communications.
Exactly. Once we find out where the Vaadwaur plan to attack, we can reinforce the Kobali and find out what, if anything, they're hiding. There are 4 communications arrays in the trenches area. Planting a trace on each of them should allow the engineers on your ship to spy on the Vaadwaur.
I'll hand put in the trace on the communications array. And again, as you transport to and from, you'll be getting deeper and deeper into the combat zone. So it'll be quicker to transport there than to run. Oh, someone's doing it. Fleet. TFO. Okay, so... Why isn't there? Okay, so there's 4 of them. Head down over here. Again, once we'll get to the arrays, then I'll start fighting. Otherwise, we'll spend the whole time just running around. So they're not the best defended areas, but they do have quite a few more Vaadwaur than the open field. That too. Sometimes you can get this without attracting their attention, but not always. Hey, Vaadwaur communications array. Over there. Oh, I'm stuck with a stasis drone. If I was just playing the game normally, I would actually attack them, but I want to get through this as fast as possible. Both my crew are unconscious, which means I may take enough damage to be knocked out here. It's just kind of funny, you can run through the field without being attacked too much. Don't fall into the trenches, otherwise it'll take a bit longer. Okay, so where exactly is the next? Okay, where's the 4th one? There was 4 before, now there's only 1 more. Oh, over here. Oop, fall into the trench. Oh, not down to the branch. Run, Forrest, run. He's heading towards one of them. Where is it? Oh, right in front of the street. Oh, got a whole fleet of enemies running after. Come on, jump, jump. Okay. Should appear near the transporter, I believe. Oh no, this is the forward base. Ah, so that's the fourth thing. That's the base, not the controls. These map markers are quite annoying. Aren't quite accurate as to what exactly you're supposed to be doing. It's quite frustrating. Other teams are fighting through here as well, so they'll be cannon fodder. 10 findings to your ship. So we have to take a bit of cover here so I don't get shot at. My crew will be shot at and I'm not. I should be fine. We received your data, sir. Give us a few moments to process it. We have the data. Although the trace was cut short, the Vadwa must have discovered it. The Vadwa's tactical plans seem to revolve around the temple, not the city itself. According to this, there is a large-scale sealed door they have been unable to break through until now. They may be planning a large assault on the area soon. Thank you. Connect me to Kim.
Your timing is impeccable. A large squad of armed Kobali just left, but they wouldn't say where they were going. Did you find any information?
The Vadwa are after the Kobali temple, not the city.
The temple? That must be where the Kobali are going. We have to help the Kobali defend that temple. Afterwards, maybe we can see why it's so important to the Vadwa.
Agreed, I'll go to the temple and support the Kobali. Complete open... No, I don't want to complete. Temple of my people. Okay, where's that bloody green arrow pointing me? Okay, straight ahead. Okay. I thought the end of the third act was the temple. Must be... And also, I thought we had to fight our way through the trenches to get to the end. So many different options, so many different missions to try to remember. Temple of my people. So, here. Okay, so we have to defend the temple from attack. I'm going to assume we have to be at the actual temple, like a supply point where we have to defend it. Another team is here as well. Yep, we have to be in the middle. Okay. This will continue to grow. I don't know why they're just standing there. They could be doing another mission because they're not defending the temple itself. Barbed wires are standing there. Again, we don't want to leave the center here to collect those loot drops just yet. More little click. Let's collect loot drops quickly and then we'll contact Jim.
The temple is secure and the doors to it are still open? This is our chance. Go ahead. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Understood. I'll be waiting for you inside the Kobali temple. Okay, I could have sworn there was a major battle to get to this doorway. And everything in the temple is another story arc itself. Too much to do, remember. Too much waiting to do. Come on, load. It's got like one thing to do is to load. Just do that one thing. I don't understand why it takes so long to load sometimes. Sometimes it's instant, other times it takes forever. Okie dokie.
Looks like we've made it to the lowest level of the temple.
Okay.
Let's see what's in there.
Again, there should be a whole heap of stuff happening up the top. Not being attacked, I was shooting at something.
Thank you. If you are here, then it means our secret is revealed. I am sorry, but we did what we needed to survive.
This is Jatlaya, I'm pretty sure. You know the name's different. Do you know how to open this door?
Take this. It is the code to open the door. Please, do not judge our people too harshly. You would have done the same if you faced extinction.
We'll see. Ah, no. Jatlaya has a slightly different face, I just remembered. Why I remember it, who the hell knows.
That's a lot of stasis pods.
Alright, you Kim.
Let's get a scan of these. We need to know more.
The scan of the stasis pod indicates that it contains Bardwar, but not a soldier. This temple is actually a massive storage chamber for the non-military Bardwar elites. Your scans indicate that Kobali have been taking Bardwar from failed stasis tubes and converting them to Kobali. Scan for history of the stasis tubes. There was at least 300 tubes that have had their inhabitants taken and turned into Kobali over the past 10 years. However, many of the tubes have been taken since the Kobali arrived on the planet. According to your scans, it is enough that a large portion of the Kobali that you've met were merely once Bardwar in their previous lives. Scan data on empty pods. The pods that were emptied all show signs of internal technical failure. No pods that are currently intact have been touched. Of the pods that failed, several of them were repaired and used to store bodies that the Kobali wish to use in the future. Send data to Salvador.
I never imagined that we would find this. The Vaudois aren't fighting the Kobali over territory. They want their people back. This is why the Kobali stopped wandering. Everything they needed was here. It's not right. Some of the Vaudois in the stasis tubes could still be revived. The Vaudois are a dying race. Their methods may be extreme, but they're doing what they think they need to do to survive, just like the Kobali are.
You're right, Captain Kim. We need to do something about this.
I'm glad you agree with me. We need to take this information to the General and get him to explain why they hid this from us. If the Kobali had been up front with us from the start, we could have figured out a better solution for this.
I agree. Let's go meet the General. Hopefully it's the end of Act 1, because it's almost an hour.
You've both returned.
General, we know about the temple. When were you going to tell us?
Secrecy protected our future, Captain.
How are we supposed to help you if you won't even tell us what the problem is?
That's enough, Captain.
Captain Dralier, you're late.
The Kazon delayed me. What's the situation?
The Kobali Temple is full of Vaudois stasis pods that are using to reproduce.
I see. Captain Kim, no matter our personal feelings, we must follow the Prime Directive. We are not here to change the Kobali culture. We are here to protect them.
We'll talk more about this in private. I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Okay. Turn to the General. We should end this Act 1, hopefully. I am sorry, Admiral, for everything. We never should have lied, but you're an outsider and we've learned from past experience that not everyone can accept or even understand what we accept as necessary. I couldn't risk losing our local support. It won't happen again. I'll give you all the information you need. The Vardwell will not stop it even if we return the remaining stasis pods. You know they won't. They look what they've done to the Tari, even the Krenim have fallen. Oh, the Krenim have fallen. I'll give you some time. We'll talk again when you have more information. Okay.
Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people. We meant no harm in using the Vaudois. When we found the stasis pods, many of them were damaged beyond saving. We honored their fallen by using their forms to preserve our species. The Vaudois, however, do not... Our ways are difficult to understand. For some, they may be reprehensible. No matter what the Vaudois think, we cannot end this practice without dooming our species to extinction. And that we will not do. Jetanian has sent word that he needs aid. Are you willing to help him?
Okay, so we're still in Act 1. So that's how long these video series will be just on the Kobali planet. This one episode has so many mini missions in it. I'm going to end it here because, again, there are so many things to do on this planet. So if you like what you saw, let me know why. If you didn't like what you saw, let me know why so I can try to improve. I just ask that you keep it civil in conversations down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.